Use ratios, which is a fraction, to identify. How do you identify direct variation? Well, look what we have. Great white sharks have triangular teeth. The table below gives the length of a side of a tooth and the body length for each of the sharks. Alright, so tell whether tooth length and body length show direct variation. So basically what it's asking is, does this table show direct variation? If the tooth length is 1.8 centimeters and the body length is 215, and then you got all these factors right here. So basically, is there a correlation between tooth length and body length? They're saying, does it show direct variation? If it did, what should happen? I just taught you this. You should take y divided by x and you get a number. Y divided by x, get a number. You should take a few minutes to do that and pause the video. Alright? Take 1 minute to do it in your calculator. Write down those numbers. This is important. Very key problem right here. Okay? If it is direct variation, we have to write an equation. Okay? So let's figure it out first. Divide them all. Watch what happens. Pause the video. Alright? Here you go. Here's what happens. You take the first one, y value divided by x, y divided by x, y divided by x, so on and so on, the whole way across. Look at all these numbers. You got decimals too, 119 point something, 121, 121. Look at all this. They're all different, right? So based on the stuff that I just talked about on the last slide, 2 slides ago, what is this the direct variation or not? Normally, if they're all the same, we say yes, it's direct variation. But since the only this is still direct variation, I'm going to tell you that. Even though it's different, 119, 119, 121, 20, 120, 121, it's still direct variation. Do you know why? Because in real life, it's never perfect, okay? But they're all pretty close to the same number, don't you think? 119, 120, 121, they're all close. What's basically the average of those numbers? You add them up, you average it, basically about 120. So what are all these numbers? When you divide y divided by x, it's always equal to the k value. Your k, what you found right here is your k value is equal to 120. So if you go back to the question, it says, write a direct variation equation. First thing I think of is, okay, direct variation equation looks like this. So, in this case, k is 120 based on all these numbers. So basically, you have your equation. Alright, y equals 120x, but technically if we go backwards, I think it's using different variables. So I want those variables. Go back. It's using t for tooth length, that's my x. B for body length, that's my y. So B is y, T is x. So if I go forward, it's this. Instead of y equals 120x, y was B equals 120t. This is the direct variation equation. Why is it direct variation equation even though it's all different? Because it's a real life problem. Okay? But if I just gave you a table, you know, x, y, 1, 2, 4, 2, and 3, 7. If even though I divide this and this, this and this, and this and this, they're all close, this is not direct variation because it's not a word problem, because it's not a real life problem. You understand? Alright, ask me questions if you need to. That's it for this section here. Actually, unless it's, nope, it says write an equation that relates to quantities. We just did that. Alright, we're done.